Hello out there, awesome radio family. Thank you for joining us on 107.5 FM and 1570 AM, where every Tuesday at 3 to 4 p.m., our new time, so that we can make sure that we are covering those K-12 families and the educators. Are you ready to learn, engage, and inspire? Welcome to the Let's Talk K-12 Education Show. I'm your host. For the next 50 minutes, Tonitia Langley, former classroom teacher from a traditional school setting, education enthusiast, thought leader, founder, and education consultant and coach. I am so excited to partner with you and be dedicated to the heart of our community, which is education. That's the goal of the Let's Talk K-12 Education Show, which is to let others know that in the challenging educational landscape, there is a light that pierces the darkness, and there are educators working in the trenches, stakeholders, and educational thought leaders like myself and my guests, Diva, Akira, and Vakayla, to close the gap of the school to prison pipeline with tenacity, grit, and grind while providing hope. I'm the host, but you and the community mean the most. I would love for you to share your suggestions of what you would love to get more information related to K-12 education. So please email us at let's talk K-12 education at gmail.com. Woo, whole mouthful. Last week's show, me and Vakayla, which you see again, explored safe spaces and smart finances, nurturing K-12 students with success and financial skills. And we provided tons of information regarding the topic. If you would like a recap of tools and resources for any previous Let's Talk K-12 education show, search Let's Talk, hashtag Let's Talk K-12, and catch us on the replay. And comment hashtag replay by heading over to Facebook. You can punch in Awesome Radio 107.5 FM and 1570 AM with the purple and green logo. And you can also catch us on YouTube. That's right. Catch us on YouTube at www.youtube.com at Awesome Radio WECU with the purple and green logo. As a mother to 3 and grandmother to 8 and a former teacher leader and current education consultant, I recognize the importance of critical thinking skills. From the thought process, I created a segment on the show called How is Your Brain Game? Today will be a brain game riddle in alignment with our topic today. So guests, Akira, Diva, and Vakayla, I'm going to ask a riddle. Riddle me this. I nurture young minds where dreams take root, a financial garden bearing golden fruit. From tiny acorns, mighty moguls grow. With knowledge and skills, their futures will glow. What am I?
Vakayla Pope.
Close. Planting seeds of success, many millionaire moguls program, and K-12 education. So that was good.
That was good. Good guess, Akira.
So yes, if I was giving points on a game show, you guys would definitely get a point because it's under Vakayla Pope, Miss Dopeness and Diva herself, which I've been knowing for quite a while. That's my girl. So here is a show quote around our topic today, Planting Seeds of Success, the Many Millionaire Moguls Program in K-12 Education. Fairness does not mean everyone gets the same. Fairness means everyone gets what they need, by Rick Riordan. I hope I said that man's name right. So to learn about today's show, which is the objective of today's show is Planting Seeds of Success, Many Millionaire Moguls Program, and K-12 education. So what we're going to do today, guys, is we're going to learn about the Many Millionaire Moguls Program and an upcoming event. The Many Millionaire Moguls Program is to empower K-12 students with essential financial literacy and entrepreneurial skills through the Many Millionaire Moguls Program, fostering a mindset of innovation, financial responsibility, and future success. This program aims to cultivate the next generation of leaders and entrepreneurs by providing practical knowledge, real-world experiences in financial management, business development, and wealth creation. You girls are bad to the bone. Come on now. So here is a thought-provoking question around planting seeds of success, the Mini Millionaire Moguls program in K-12 education. Access to financial education shouldn't be a privilege. How can we ensure that all students, regardless of background, have the opportunity to cultivate their financial potential and achieve economic empowerment? As we explore the incredible journey of empowering young minds through financial literacy and entrepreneurship, it's time to meet the visionaries behind the Many Millionaire Moguls program and guests that will expound on the show topic today, planting seeds of success. Please join me in welcoming the founders and administrators who are planting the seeds of success, guiding our future leaders towards a prosperous tomorrow. Let's get with it. Vakayla Pope, you recognize Miss Young Lady from last week's show. Vakayla Pope is a managing broker at Onyx Realty Professionals, brings a wealth of experience to the real estate industry, a former U.S. Navy veteran. She understands the importance of preparedness and provides experts guidance to both buyers and sellers. Come on, girl. With a background in construction management and a passion for helping others, Kayla specializes in working with first-time home buyers, investors, and military families. She is dedicated to empowering individuals to achieve their home ownership goals and is the founder of the Many Millionaire Moguls nonprofit, which focuses on teaching youth financial literacy. Kayla is committed to community service and come on, that's right, and believes in creating a more equitable and inclusive housing market for all. Miss Kayla, Miss Dopeness herself, welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Glad to be here.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited for our show today with our extra guest. Woo! Next, we have Akira Moore, raised in Virginia Beach. She is a licensed master esthetician. I can tell by all that going skin, girl. A licensed cosmetologist. She is the owner of Babs, which is the umbrella of businesses encompassing anything and everything beauty related. Her first business, Bonnie Allure Beauty, is a cosmetic makeup line featuring various eyeshadow palettes and eyelashes. Another business is Babs Aesthetics and Cosmetics, which is a business that focuses on skincare and hairstyling needs. She is currently enrolled in school for dental assistant. Oh, get it, girl. She is the director of children's outreach for the Many Millionaire Moguls nonprofit, where our motto is teaching today's youth to be the wealthiest generation of tomorrow. Come through, ladies. She is a mother of two children and a wife. Miss Akira Moore, welcome to the Let's Talk K12 Education Show. You guys are killing it. Okay. Miss Diva Johnson. This is Diva Johnson, an entrepreneur, artist, creative designer, teacher, mentor, mom, and inspiration. She is the proud owner of Custom Made Brands LLC, the proprietor of many businesses in the arena of fashion, art, and positive living. She was born in Chester, Pennsylvania, however, resides in Portsmouth, Virginia, and have been in the 757 area for many years. She is the vice president of communication for Portsmouth City Council of PTAs and president of Churchland Middle School PTA. Come through, Miss Diva. She loves art, fashion, educating herself and others, and have won several, when I say several awards for her hard work thus far. On her daily journey, she uses the platform to promote confidence, individuality, and self love, which is something our babies need. She is a firm believer that you have to love yourself before you can love others. Girl, come through. Uh, Her quote, if I can make a slight difference in just one person's life, then that is one more person whose confidence may rise and one more person who has been inspired or empowered by me. And that's an original quote by Miss Diva. Miss Diva, welcome to Let's Talk K12 Education Show. So as you can see, we have all this greatness with these visionaries and the administrators and the founder of the mini millionaire moguls program. And so without further ado, we're going to let the founder herself of Mini Millionaire Moguls, Miss Fakayla Pope. We're going to go ahead and let you take them to school and give us the foundation. You gave us a little last week, but go ahead and take them to school and talk about the Mini Millionaire Moguls program.
Well, again, thank you for having me on and the crew. We appreciate it. The Mini Millionaire Moguls actually came about. I had a lady by the name of Rodrika Harmon. I have a real estate team, and she came to speak, and she brought her two sons with her that day to speak to my team. And at the end, this was before we started doing the home buyers class. I had put out there, hey, we're going to start these classes. And her son said, well, if you do a class, can I come? And so I said, oh, you'll come? He said, yeah. So we got together. And so at that time he was in high school. So I figured we'll get the classes together. We did it. So we did one on Saturday because he was in school. And so we put it together. We didn't have a name for it. We didn't know what it was going to be. We just did a class for the kids, and actually was going to cancel the class because I didn't know how to market and get the people in and none of that, So it was like, okay, well, only one or two people had signed up by that Thursday or Friday, and a good friend of mine, Latricia Harrison, she was like, no, don't cancel it. And I'm like, okay. So me, I don't have any biological children, but I have 12 god kids. At the time I had 10. And so I called all their parents and was like, hey, I need y'all kids there on Sunday for this class. So I picked up as many of my god kids as I could. And it came to me like, you got to start at home first. So if I'm going to do this, I have to do those that are closer to me. That's basically how I felt about it in hindsight. But we ended up getting the kids together. I think we had 8 or 9 youth there at the time. And baby, we did what we was giving out certificates and everything. When I say we was freelance, but we here now.
That's right. Fakayla, and you bring about one of the things, of course, we're going to learn more about the Mini Millionaire Moguls program, but I hope that the radio listening audience and community of Awesome Radio, I hope they heard a very key component, which was you didn't wait till everything was perfect. Done is better than perfect. And you started from home, from an idea that you had, and you could have very easily said, oh, we don't have the people. Oh, I don't know how to do the marketing. So I hope that as you are planting seeds, you, Akira, and Diva are planting seeds in this program. I hope that's another seed that you planted for our community. Is to say, start where you are, go in your network and just begin the work, and it will evolve into what it is right now. So, oh my gosh, that is so inspirational.
Thank you. And I'm happy to say the young man that inspired this is an opera singer. He's my favorite opera singer, and he will be graduating from Johns Hopkins this year for theater. Yes.
Wonderful. Oh my gosh. So Akira and Diva, I know that you guys are going to talk about other things. Can you expound on that a little, just from Fakayla talking about the conception of this wonderful idea? What made you excited to come on board? So if you guys, we have a few minutes before we go to break, and I want to really expound on that before you get into your perspective topics that you will talk about for the rest of the show. I guess I'll start with Diva first.
Hello.
Hi,
how you
Diva.
doing? I am very interested because I love children, and when Fakayla brought the idea up to me, I was a go because I have children myself, so I always bring all my children to the events, and
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a good opportunity for just not myself but other parents to come out and get the information so that we can set a foundation for our children. Get the financial literacy and criteria so that they can go ahead and break generational curses that may have been set upon their families and
Yes.
be able to move forward. Yeah.
Yeah. So good. Kira.
So I'm the exact opposite. I never really had. I have children of my own. I'm just being honest with y'all. I have
Uh-huh.
children of my own, but I never really had like a passion for teaching like children. But in a lot of ways, this program has helped me grow. And I always wanted to give back, but I just didn't know how I wanted to give back. And we really do have to start with the youth. So I developed a passion along the way.
Great.
I didn't come with it. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, like I love
Yes.
kids. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
yes, this program has definitely changed my perception, and now this is how I want to contribute and help and give back.
So even though, so what your message is, even though it wasn't a innate passion, you like, I'm down with the goals and the concepts and the vision, and you
It
just picked it up
all
and ran with it.
right. The goals, the concept, the vision, how strongly her convictions were made me believe in the program even more. So we've been rocking and rolling for like 4 or 5 years now.
Oh, this is so beautiful. So Kelly, we going to say something because I'm going to take us to break.
Oh, well, I just wanted to say real quick, and that when we say the wealthiest generation of tomorrow, I really want people to understand that it's more than just money. It's life skills, it's ethics, it's morals, it's
Mm-hmm.
values. So you have to be wealthy in all of those things in order to be a future productive citizen, and that's our goal overall. So wealthy people automatically assume it's money, but it's so much deeper than just the finance part of it. So yeah, that's all I had to say.
There are a lot of broken wealthy people.
Right.
Okay. So I'm glad that not only is your team, you are approaching the holistic child, meaning, honey, I'm going to get you and your family, because sometimes, parents can pick up from things that the children are doing. So this is awesome, guys. Speaking of which, I want to go ahead before we go into the break and tell the wonderful community about something that you guys are curating. So, as we get ready to go into our break, we're going to get ready for an unforgettable experience introducing the Mini Millionaire Moguls program, Dopeness and Dinner, a Taste of the World. Join us on Sunday, February 23rd, 2025, from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Luxury Affairs Event Center located at 4010 B Victory Boulevard in Portsmouth, Virginia. We'd be thrilled to have you as we bring together K12 students and their families for a culinary journey across the globe. From building financial literacy to celebrating cultural diversity through food, this event is packed with inspiration, learning, and community fun. You're listening to the Let's Talk K12 Education Show on Awesome Radio WECU 107.5 and 1570 AM, where we make K12 education, everyone's community business. So, again, we're going to take a station break. And when we come back, we are going to continue the discussion from this event to the inception of the Mini Millionaire Moguls program. And we're going to continue our discussion with Miss Fakayla Pope and Miss Akira and with Miss Diva. And I am so excited to learn a little bit more about the Mini Millionaire Moguls program, Dopeness and Dinner, a Taste of the World. And I'm going to also be there. Yours truly will be there on that particular day. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. So we will be right back after this short message with more inspiration for the world of K12 education, where you'll continue the discussion with us, with Miss Fakayla, Miss Akira, and Miss Diva after this short break. And we'll look forward to seeing you coming through on the other side as we continue to talk about planting seeds of success. So we want to hear you back, want to see you back. Grab your cup, grab your coffee, and continue the discussion on this side of the break. We'll see you back. Welcome back to the awesome radio show, WECU 107.5 FM and 1570 AM. You can find us here talking about all things education every Tuesday at 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk K12 Education Show. You want to find us? Hashtag Let's Talk K12. You can head on over to Facebook and type in Awesome Radio 107.5 FM and 1570 AM. Look for that beautiful purple and green logo. You can also find us on YouTube at www.youtube.com at Awesome Radio WECU. Again, if you see the purple and green logo, then you found the right spot. You can email us at Let's Talk K12 Education Show. Let's Talk Education. Let me back up. Let's talk K12 education at gmail.com. That's a lot. With any of your topics that you would like to have discussed on the show. So there's lots of ways that you can engage with us and connect with us, and we're welcoming them all. So before the break, you heard from the Mini Millionaire Moguls program founder, Vakayla Pope, and she talked about the beautiful birth of the process. And I'm hoping that she continued to plant more seeds for our listening community and viewing audience of getting started. Don't wait for things to be ideal and perfect. And I love that example, and I love the positive impact of that particular participant in the program and where they are today. So with that, Vakayla, I want you to provide another positive example of how a student benefited from this particular program and their growth before we bring Miss Akira in today.
Okay. Well, our events, we always say that we want to be a safe place for our youth to be authentically them. And with our events, we are very big on public speaking and kids getting out the fear of speaking in front of others, because that is something that's going to have to be done as you grow. Mm-hmm. And we have a young lady that has been with our program since the beginning. So the repetition of attending our events, it would what continues to water the seeds that we plant. Mm-hmm. So, and when she first got up to speak, she cried the entire time, but she made it through. That's the thing. She made it through. Mm-hmm. And I'm proud to say, you know, our nonprofit, we attend a lot of events of other nonprofits and things mm-hmm. like that. And I like mm-hmm. to bring the youth along. So here recently, it was a youth networking event, and that same young lady that cried 5 years ago, now volunteers to speak and tell her story or whatever they're talking about at that time. Mm-hmm. And I always use that example because there is growth, and that is proof of seeds being planted and roots being grounded, so yeah, that's it.
Oh, that is wonderful. I love that example. We talked about it in the previous show, but it's so relevant and pertinent for this show as well. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring Miss Akira Moore in. Miss Akira, we're going to talk about your importance and your relevance with this wonderful, wonderful Planting Seeds of Success Mini Millionaire Moguls program. So go ahead, Miss Akira, take them to school, tell them about who you are, what you do, and your relevance as it pertains to this awesome program, breaking generational curses and changing trajectories for our wealthy people that you guys are trying to promote.
Good morning. My name is Akira Moore. I am the Director for Children's Outreach for the Mini Millionaire Moguls. And the way that me and Vakayla got started is funny because we were both like in selling life insurance, right? And we were put together to do just that, right? But then the seed came, when she talked about the student that came to her and said, if I had a class, would you come? And I don't know, like her conviction and her like love for the youth, like I previously said before, I really didn't have that, but
Mhm.
her conviction and her like, oh, we got to get this out here, we got to close this generational wealth gap, we got to like, so how are you going to do that? So just the simple fact, her passion for the children inspired my passion, you know what I'm saying? And
Yes.
I'm not moved easily, okay? So
Yes.
when I saw how passionate she was and everything that she was willing to do, that's something that I could get behind all day.
Mhm.
So we started doing the classes together. I guess my role is just really support. Whatever she needs me to do, I get in front of the classes. I teach some classes. It's helped me grow, like I said, as an individual. It's helped my daughter. The person that she was talking about was my daughter.
Oh.
She's sick
Mhm.
of hearing about it. But we as adults have trouble speaking in front of people most of the
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
so it's really, really, that was a really big paramount moment in her life. And then we're changing the conversation. Like you said, we're
Yes.
changing the conversation at the dinner table. Stuff that doesn't seem achievable seems like it's you. If you just do these steps, you can just do it, right? We
Mhm.
also expose the kids to different cultural things, not just with food, but with dance. How to
Yes.
sit at a table, how to be in a proper like etiquette, dinner,
Mhm.
like we're
Mhm.
not just like she said, all around human beings, like all around good human beings. Like this is what we're trying to instill on top of your money. What will you do for charity?
Yes. Mm.
Who will you take care of? How much savings will you have? You know what I'm saying? How does
Yes.
compound interest work? And we break it down in a way so even the smallest child that's 5 can understand what we're saying.
I love it. I love it. I love it, Akira. Uh, I wanna go ahead and say I am actually so excited that you all are tying all of this stuff into this nice, neat little bow. So excited. Because how are they going to know when we have, as a society, to me, gotten so far from the foundations of the way that, like, I wasn't raised with money, but you did not comb your hair to the table. You didn't put your shoulders on your elbows on my grandma Bell's table. No, ma'am, you did not. You we Those were just some core things that we knew. You didn't eat all over the house. You ate at the dinner table. You sat down at the dinner table. There was no distractions. My granddaddy, who was a very sweet person, didn't allow people to come over, and chit chat. It was dinner time. So these these components and these skills, and you guys are closing these gaps for these kids, is amazing.
So we also like I feel like you can find inspiration in the smallest of places. And I never thought that I would be inspired by the kids. Some of their dreams, when we
Mm-hmm.
ask them, like, hey, what is your car gonna look like? What's your house gonna look like? We're thinking in ink, we're putting it out there, we're getting in front of the class saying, I will be a millionaire, I am a millionaire. We're talking, you know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
as an adult, like I started believing more into myself too. Cause like if these
Mm-hmm.
kids can think like this,
Mm-hmm.
before the world told us who we were and wiped those dreams from our heads and
That's
brought
true.
in reality, like these kids, it's almost like it's in this purest form. You know what I'm saying? So if they can dream big like that, I can actually do these things too. You know what I'm saying? So
Beautiful, beautiful. Planting those seeds of success. I gotta say it, even with you all helping them to recite these affirmations about where they are going with their money, with their finances, who they are, you are allowing them to hear it, say it, speak it, write the vision, and make it plain. Ooh, let me go ahead, because I'll be got so excited we didn't not take us to break and anything. Um, so let's get ready again for an unforgettable experience, introducing the Mini Millionaire Moguls program, Dopeness and Dinner, a Taste of the World. I can't wait. Join us on Sunday, February 23rd, 2025, from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. at the Luxury Affairs Event Center located at 4010B Victory Boulevard, Portsmouth, Virginia. We'd be thrilled to have you as we bring together K-12 students and and their families for a culinary journey across the globe. You're listening to the Let's Talk K12 Education Show on Awesome Radio WECU 107.5 FM and 1570 AM, where we make K12 education everyone's community business. We'll be right back after this short message and provide more inspiration for the world of K12 education. We'll see you back on the other side of the break. Welcome back to the Awesome Radio, WECU 107.5 FM and 1570 AM. You can find us here talking about all things education every Tuesday at 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk K12 Education Show. You can hashtag Let's Talk K12 and find us on Facebook. What are you going to find us? Punch in Awesome Radio 107.5 FM and 1570 AM with the purple and green logo. You can also search us on YouTube, and you can punch in www.youtube.com at Awesome Radio WECU. Look for the purple and green logo. Want to communicate and engage with us, send some show topic ideas, email us at Let's Talk K12 education@gmail.com, and we will be happy to hear from you. So before the break, we heard from Miss Akira talking about, her being the director of the children's outreach of this wonderful program. And she has a little bit more to tell us before we bring Miss Diva in. So Miss Akira, take them back to school.
Okay, so I'm coming back up here to say that Miss Diva has really helped our movement. So we are a village, we are a tribe, right?
Yes,
we like to say we are the village, okay?
Yes.
So we had a Halloween event. What was that Halloween event called?
I forget. Monsters and something.
Monsters and mocktail. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of our friends provided the space. The kids had a safe environment to come to paint. We bought all of the candy, okay?
Ooh.
All of the candy. And it ended up being more people than we thought it was going to be. So Miss Eva came, the artist came, and she made extra canvases for us. And she also brought her children as well. So when we say we are the village, everyone is just pitching in where they fit in. Wherever there's a lack, they're going to come through. So Diva really is that girl when it comes to that. And we were so appreciative of her that night because it was packed. Like, we weren't expecting that many people. But, sometimes, like, the older kids, they want to act all, But them older kids came in there and got the candy and sat down and they painted and they ate. And it was a really good time.
That's good. I have tons of Painted with Purpose activities, so we may have to look each other up, Miss Diva. But thank you, Akira, for that. That is so sweet. And at the end of the day, Akira, like you said, children are children. I don't care if they're 6'7", 300 pounds, babies, they are still children. So what a wonderful way, Diva, for you to come in and use your expertise and artistic expression to help bring together that activity. So can't wait to hear your piece to this and what you do. So thank you, Mr. Akira, for that. So without further ado, Diva, go ahead and continue to tell the people, since Akira took the time to give you your flowers.
Oh, thank you, Akira. Yes, I am an educator, one, and I am also an entrepreneur. So I am very, very, very happy to be able to assist in helping Ms. Vakela bridge the gap between wealth. Like she said, wealth is just not money. It is just literacy, life literacy, etiquette.
Yes,
they and different things, just so that we can be better people. And once we are better people, we are able to teach our children to be better people.
Yes.
And by me being the vice president of communications for the city of Portsmouth PTA Council,
nice.
I'm able to assist in bridging that gap and bring in the mini millionaire mogul and their meaning into the school system.
Yes.
And that's one thing that me and Miss Pope is working on now, being able to bring the education of housing and financial literacy into the schools. We are planning an event right now, which hopefully continue to be an ongoing event where we will do home buyer classes at the school and allow the parents to get their home buyer certificate, as well as the students receiving incentives, and also receiving a wealth of information and knowledge that they can continue to take with them as they grow. So they'll already be ahead of the game when it's time for them to purchase a house. Um, so that's how I step into play. And again, the Mini Millionaire Moguls have a plethora of things that is coming up. And Miss Pope, would you want to talk about the next event, the actual event that's coming up?
Yep, I'll talk to that, but I also want to piggyback what you just said. For me as a real estate broker, my youngest client was 19 years old. So in order for the kids, the youth, to be ready at 19, I just believe that the seed has to be planted somewhere before then. And people may think, well, it's too early, they don't got jobs. It's not about them buying at 19. It's just about them understanding that they can if they want to. And some of us just don't believe that we can, and it seems so far-fetched, so far off when you're 16, 17, and you're looking at 40-year-old home buyers. So that was so far off. So and to be able to do it with Diva and her bringing the idea of doing it with the parents and the kids, that's a different conversation at the dinner table. So that's it's always, if we do it together, then we can discuss things together.
That's
so
true.
So that's our big thing when it comes to that. And Diva, is you are going to set something, you're going to set Hampton Roads on fire with this, because it's going to, everybody is going to want to do it. How many schools are in Hampton Roads?
I know that for just in Portsmouth, there's 19 schools. So just now imagine 400, 500 students in each school. That's a lot of students.
That's impact. That's impact.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. And a good friend of mine, and I say this all the time, I don't know where she got the phrase from, but Miss Amber Hurley, she's a youth. She does a lot of youth stuff in the community, and at our networking event, she got on stage and said the youth are 50% of the population and 100% of the future. And I said, and that's the reaction I had. Right? Yes,
that hit me here, everywhere.
Right. So I borrow that from her whenever I get to say it, but that's a real thing. So But yeah, so thank you, Diva. But as far as our up and coming event, is our Dopeness at Dinner. This is we are big on vision stretching. So this time we are stretching the taste buds of the palates of our youth. So we are allowing, I had a conversation with a lady named Tatiana. She's from Russia. And we just talking, and she was saying that her kids never ate soul food. And I'm like, well, you never think about that because we grew up on that, know? True. And I was like, well, I said, well, let's just get some different foods together and see if the kids will like it. So we're going to have Russian food. We got Guyanese, we got African, we got Caribbean, we got Greek, we got Turkish. So it's about to be a whole variety of foods for our youth to try, just to experience, because they may never experience it, and basically with that, we're going to have our mini mogul spin on it. So shout out to you, Ms. Langley, for giving us our documents for our youth to be able to write down what their ideas. So we want them to be able to, instead of just saying ew, is nasty or it's good, we want you to be able to express, why is it good? What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? So it's being able to voice your opinion and being more detailed in how you think and how you feel, and still with the understanding of, you can say you don't have to like everything, and it's okay to have your own opinion about something. So no matter what we do, even though it's a fun class, it's always a learning and growing aspect that comes along with it when we have events.
So Vakayla, Akira and Diva, we still have a good little amount of time before we get ready to close to today's shot. So first of all, thank you, Michaela, for allowing me to partner on things that I love. When I saw what you all were doing with this Dopeness at Dinner event, I said a taste of the world, I think the flyer said, I was so excited. And one of the things, like me and you talked about it, you are aware of the seeds that your program is planting, but I really don't think you fully know the extent of the gaps that you are closing.
That's right.
As an education consultant, and Diva can probably tell you, working in K-12 settings, you would just be surprised at some of the foundational skill sets that these students are lacking. I don't know if we can put it on they eat fast food. I don't know if we can put it on they're engrossed into social media. I don't know what you can put it on, but I was excited to partner with the Mini Millionaire Moguls program to create a taste testing document so that they are able to taste it, evaluate it, analyze it, and be able to stand in front of their peers and the families to talk about it in a way that is improving and closing the gaps on communication skills. Some people may say, for those who are rooted and grounded in those skill sets and have taught them from day one in their households, we're not talking to you. We're talking to those families where these things are not a norm to carry out. We're talking to those families where for generations and generations they've done things in dysfunction, but just didn't know that they were doing it in dysfunction, and how that would negatively impact their families for generations and generations. So you're making me excited. I'm getting to get hot on all this stuff, talk about this stuff that you guys are doing, but it makes me excited because in what you are doing, you're impacting a generation in a deep and profound way with very pivotal foundational things that you would think they know, but they don't. That you would think that they had been experienced to, but they haven't. So a shout out to you guys as visionaries, the founder, Michaela Pope, and the visionaries, helping to carry out this program and this event. And I am excited to be a part of such a wonderfully curated activity to get there. So Michaela and Diva, I gotta go back to you for just a second before we start talking about the actual event that you all will be doing on February 23rd, to say that I am huge on innovation. And this is very innovative, out of the box. And if people can sit back with their coffee mugs all they want and not understand that when you know different, you have to do different.
That's right.
When you see that there's a problem, don't just sit back, provide solutions. And they're not always what we know. They can be out of the box, which is something, Diva, that you're going to be unpacking in these school systems.
Yes.
I also was so excited to bring you guys on because you have a comprehensive approach to providing solution driven activities and curating these wonderful events that not just impact the K-12 student, but the K-12 students and their families. And what do K-12 students and their families impact? Whole communities.
That's right.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Whole communities. Oh my gosh, y'all better pass me the offering can, because it makes me so excited. I'm hoping that as you guys market this particular event, that because like I says, I'm going to be migrating in from Greenville, North Carolina to attend. I'm coming.
Yeah. Thank you
because
so much.
I want to
Yeah.
see these kids taste these different things, because even though you all are providing them with these activities that gives them exposure to new experiences, we will pray that that will follow them along with these two successful outcomes that you all shared. But what if they don't ever get to travel to some of these places? They can say to their children or their nieces and nephews, hey, you don't know what that tastes like. I tasted it. It came from this. And I later, there's a part two. There's a part two to this that I'm hoping that you guys will be able to do, to extend that project out a little further, where they get to do some research. But we'll talk about that later.
Oh, I'm all for research. I'm all for research.
Yes. So it is. So Akira is back. Um, so yeah, this is good. I just so talk a little bit more too, as we got a few minutes before we get back. We got about 1 minute before we close out, because I
Okay.
got to get you guys closing arguments and everything. Well, not arguments, closing statements. So let's kind of do it
I can.
inclusively. Let's do it like this.
Okay.
So, as we get ready to, first of all, I want to thank you guys, my incredible guests, for your insights and passions for empowering the next generation, your dedication to planting seeds of success through the many millionaire moguls program and K-12 education is truly inspiring. And to our audience, thank you for joining us. So let's continue working together. So before we get ready to close out, Vakayla, do you have any closing thoughts for our listening and viewing audience today?
All I want to say is, if you're on Facebook, I'm an old lady in social media. So if you on Facebook, follow us. Um, you can follow me personally, Vakayla Pope. You can follow the Mini Millionaire Moguls, and you can follow Homes of Virtue, which is my real estate team, and just for you can see what we do on my personal page. You will see all of it in one place. You will
Mm-hmm.
see how we support other nonprofits. So just know you're supporting someone that supports others. So we're never walking into a place with our hands empty. So usually if I'm in a building, I'm in the building with something in my hand to offer. So there's really no gatekeeping here. If you're part of our village, you're gonna be part of it. You're gonna be
Right.
on
That's right.
something. You're gonna
Mm-hmm.
do something. So
Yes.
because we can't, there's no way I could do this solo. So we are a collective of dope people within the
Yeah.
Hampton Roads community that believes in our youth. And so we just thank you, Miss Langley, for your continued support when we didn't really know what was going to happen and what was going on. But
Yes.
just being able to talk to you and unpack some of the stuff is super
Beautiful.
great. So I just want to say thank you to everybody, Akira, Diva. Y'all know I love y'all.
Thank you for coming back to
Yes.
tell us about your wonderful, innovative program, as well as the upcoming event. So we're doing parting words. So, Miss Akira, do you have any parting words, and how the people can connect or reach out to you?
So on the Mini Millionaire Moguls page, both Instagram and Facebook, I have some parting words. I want to thank everyone who has helped us, especially the parents, because we could not exist without y'all. I am happy that the parents and the children are able to connect in another way because of our program. I've actually seen it, I've witnessed it within my own household.
Mhm.
And I'm just glad that we're helping people reach higher. Children and adults, because a lot of these adults come to our programs too, and they're unfamiliar with a lot of these things. So it's also helping them be better in their own lives. So yeah, and big shout out to you for having us.
Thank
Yes,
you, thank you,
girl.
thank you, thank you for coming on. And this, you are so right. This is a holistic. You guys are offering a holistic, comprehensive approach. So thank you, Akira. So Miss Diva, we got about a minute before we are totally closing out the show. So give the people some parting words, ways that they can connect or reach out to you.
Um, Again, you can reach me on Facebook, Diva Johnson. That's Diva with two eyes, and on Instagram, Diva757. And just some inspirational words I can give would be just to be mindful and be open minded. We only as smart as the smarts we know. So if we have to continuously educate ourselves so we can educate each other. And the more that we all become educated, that's how we grow. So
I love it, Diva with two eyes. I love it. So thank you all. Thank you guys. Thank you, Diva, Michaela, Akira, for joining and helping us to explore and unpack planting seeds of success, Mini Millionaire Moguls program, and your upcoming event, which is Dopeness at Dinner. So thank you guys so much. Can't wait to attend myself. And so I want to thank you for tuning in today on Awesome Radio, WECU 107.5 FM and 1570 AM from the Let's Talk K12 Education Show. See you back next Tuesday. Bye.
Bye, everyone.
see ya.
And